Hi guys and welcome to the stream, and today we're going to be watching Sunderland versus West Ham in the Premier League. Kind of an interesting game I picked here, and it's because that I think this game's honestly going to be a really good one. I think it's going to be high quality. I'll tell you guys the lineup. The game has just begun then, about 1 minute ago, which is okay because nothing's happened, of course. But here, I'll read out the lineups to you guys. So, for Sunderland, it's going to be Royce as the goalkeeper, Reynildo as the left back, Silt as the centre back on the left, Ballard as the right centre back, Hum as the right back. We have Siddiqui, Granit Xhaka, and Diarra as the midfield, and Indigra, Mayenda, and Talby as the forwards. For West Ham, of course, it's going to be Hermansen as the goalkeeper, Todibo, Kilman, and Guerd as the centre-backs. We have Wan-Bissaka, Ward-Prowse, Rodriguez, and Diouf as the midfield, with Lucas Paqueta sort of a little bit more forward compared to those guys. Then we have Jared Bowen and Nicholas Füllkrug as the two strikers. So, honestly, it's going to be an interesting one today. I do think that this match is actually going to surprise. It's going to surprise here. It's going to also show that Sunderland have quality to stay up in the Prem. And, of course, it's going to be Sunderland wearing a nice red and white shirt, sort of similar to this Byron shirt. Also, I absolutely just bashed my mouse then as I went to pick it. And then West Ham with a nice yellow gold shirt there. And welcome, Retham, to the stream. Hope you're good. And, no, I don't have members just yet, but, of course, it's early into the membership stuff, so, it'll take time. It'll take time. It's all about just continue to grow and continue to do these for fun. And Royce just sends that ball absolutely long there for Sunderland. And it's going to be sort of defended nicely there. West Ham trying to pressure. It's going to be one here by Jared Bowen. He's going to go forward, maybe scoring a goal. And he does take a shot. It's going to be defended easily by Royce there. Just preventing the goal. And it's now going to be a corner kick for West Ham early on in this game. Only 2 minutes and 51 seconds in. When NBA starts, I got to watch that. Yes, I did say I'd watch a couple of NBA games, Retham. Yeah, I remember during the Club World Cup. I'll try and watch, key games because, of course, I can't watch everything because, as you know, it'd be very disruptive of, my planned schedule. But I'll try and watch, the key teams, ones that you guys recommend specifically. James Ward-Prowse is going to be taking the corner kick, and he's going to send that deep. And there's going to be a save there by the keeper there. Royce does save it nicely. And that's going to be now a goal kick here for Sunderland. For some reason, FootMob's actually listed the teams as opposite of where they're playing at. Sunderland is playing on the right side for this defending on the right side, should I say, of the field. And, West Ham's on the left, but FootMob's put it the other way around. So there's just my mistake there with the players' positions. Chess stream, yes, we'll do a chess stream as well. I do need to, I'm sorting stuff out, Retham. I just, started the Roblox streams recently, of course, but yeah, we'll get into the flow. And Sunderland just going to pass back here. It's now going to be with Ballard. Now Silt. I do think Sunderland have the quality to stay up this season. I do think it's possible for them. They've definitely bought a lot of new players, especially, Granit Xhaka as the captain now. Reynildo's, I think, a good choice as well. Diarra, all brilliant players. And I do think they can lead Sunderland into, Prem qualification for next season. Of course, they need to just, finish in the fourth last position. I do think it's, possible to get over West Ham, but they do need to get a win here against West Ham if they want to, take West Ham's place in qualifying for the Prem. I do think West Ham might be relegated this season. I have a feeling. It's going to be either West Ham or Everton. I don't know. Everton really just depends, though, their form. It's kind of very fluctuant. It's going to be a throw in here for Sunderland, the attacking half. Talby's going to be taking. And Talby does a short throw there. It's going to be controlled by Mayenda, and it's a little bit of a scramble for the ball. Talby, now it's going to be with West Ham. They're just intercepting. It's now going to be Diouf, Gerd, trying to find Füllkrug on a run. It's now back into the defense for West Ham here. It's now going to be Gerd once again receiving from Diouf. Gerd finding a pass to Füllkrug. And now it's going to be Sunderland winning the ball back in the midfield there with Diarra. Nice little win back. And now pressing forward, Siddiqui. Siddiqui now to Adingra. Now over to Siddiqui again. And now back into Silt. I think their game plan, Sunderland will definitely be more defensive. I think they're not going to take many risks. They need to get as many draws and wins as possible. So, any points count. And here's a possible chance for Sunderland to go ahead. They almost score their opening goal of their season there. Diarra so close. Brilliant save by Hermansen. He comes out there, does a nice save, keeps West Ham in it at 0-0. It's almost a 1-0 though. That was very close. And hi, Patrick. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Diarra just so close into scoring a goal there. Brilliant play between Diarra and Mayenda. Really nice link up between those two. And hopefully we see a lot of this style of gameplay this season from Sunderland. Because at the moment, it's looking very good. So close. Granit Xhaka is going to be taking the corner here. See where Xhaka puts it. Of course, Leverkusen, former player. He did help them win their unbeaten season. That goes to the back post and just headed clear. It is going to be a goal kick here. Just a mistimed header from, I think that was Ballard. And welcome, CDF. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Granit Xhaka actually was close to scoring there. Possible Olympiaco. He does hit it on a very high curve, finding Ballard at the back. Nice little placement. I think Granit might be the help that Sunderland need to get into this Prem next season, stay in the Prem. West Ham is going to win. I wouldn't be so sure, Patrick. Sunderland's been investing a lot, and West Ham hasn't been. So, Sunderland's got Granit Xhaka. They now got Romnildo now in that left-back spot. They've literally fully renovated the team here with Joe Bellingham's money. I mean, if Job stayed, they could have easily stayed up. I'm not even joking. They could have actually easily stayed up if Job stayed. They have the quality now to even stay up. They just need to, apply some pressure. They need to do what they just did before about 2 minutes ago where they almost scored the opener. Hermansen's so lucky to have saved. It was a brilliant goal, brilliant save to deny that goal. It would have been a brilliant goal if they had scored. And it's now going to be with Royce. Just sends that down the field there. It's just touched easily by Kilman, who's going to pass it back to Hermansen. And now Hermansen with the ball. Just going to pass that little chip over and just trying to find Lucas Paqueta. And it is going to be won by Nicholas Fulkrug after a little bit of a deflection. And now Sunderland suddenly have possession again through Siddiqui, sorry. It's going to be thrown now for West Ham. They just touch it out as I say that. Good job, Sunderland. Well done for proving me wrong. Also looks like Diarra might be playing on the left side sometimes as well. It looks like he overlaps over to that left side when there's, most of the pressure over there. West Ham have to apply, a lot of players over to that side, really to help defend. Hi, Michael. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. And welcome back. It's now going to be back with West Ham's Aguerd. Now to Tobido. You predict Sunderland 2-0. Yeah, I actually do predict a Sunderland win. I think it's going to be maybe a 2-1 here. How did I like the game? I liked it. I actually really liked the soccer game, Michael. Enjoyed it. So to say football is called soccer in the game, though. But yeah, it was good. I might have to play it more. Also, just to update you guys, Tottenham has scored against Burnley 1-0. I do think Burnley is getting relegated. I do think Burnley will come last this season in the Premier League. I think it's most likely. I think Leeds second last. And then I think West Ham will be the relegation side. Sunderland coming fourth last. It's going to be a mountain, of course, to climb. I mean, Sunderland could prove us wrong and get really high in the table, but we'll have to see. Today they will have admin abuse at 3 p.m. EST. What time is that for me? I don't know. I'll probably be at football training then. 2 GMT plus 3. Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look here. West Ham just playing the ball on the right side. So that for me would be 3 p.m. Would be about 8 p.m. About 8 p.m. So yeah, I've got football training during then. West Ham with the ball in the defence. Now it's going to be Ward-Prowse all the way back to Hermansen. There's a lot of pressure there actually from Mayenda. He almost wins it off of Hermansen there. A lot of pressure. Well done. And actually, they're looking enjoyable to watch, Sunderland. I got to say, Bournemouth-Liverpool was brilliant last time around. It was brilliant. This time, we're watching this game, and I do think that they're going to be enjoyable here. Sunderland Also, again, sorry if I'm looking down a lot just for this one. It's just because I don't have my tablet with... I didn't get Sky Sports on my tablet yet, so I've been watching it on my phone because my phone has it. And also, it's got BN Sports, which is this game. So, yeah, unfortunately, have to look down to watch this one. But, yeah, I'm sorry if that disrupts any of you guys. And are you going to be a football player and when you get in your 30s or 40s retire? I mean, I'd love to be a football player. You know, my dream of anything is to be the oldest person to retire or do something. It's like, you know, I think that age is just a number. I know your body, you know, I know the stuff around it, but mentality is the biggest monster, you know? And what game are we going to play on Roblox when you go live on Roblox again? Pressure. I'll play Pressure next, Michael. And Sunderland now in the defense here. It's going to be Royfs. Sends that ball to space to try and find Mayenda. It's a header challenge won there by Ballard. And now it's going to be, by Kilman. And now it's going to be back with Sunderland, the defense. This time Ballard has the ball. Now with Siddiqui. Let's see what Siddiqui does. He sends a deep ball there, trying to find the run of Ndigra. Ndigra does touch that nicely. And it should be a corner. No, I was going to say it should be a corner for Sunderland there. But unfortunately, you know, West Ham tries and gets that one. It's now Wan-Bissaka. Now with Todibo. Wan-Bissaka again. I can try out of body. Yeah, okay, maybe I'll try it. I did promise Pressure to one of the subscribers, so, you know, I have to do that one. Diouf, Agurd. Now over to Hermansen. Now it's with Agurd again. Wan-Bissaka. Nice little in-play there to Rodriguez. Now with Todibo. Todibo finds a through ball. Trying to find Nicholas Fulkrug. Nice defense there from Ballard and Silt. Just preventing any sort of play from the two strikers there for West Ham. Of course, the formations are for Sunderland. It's a 4-3-3. Classic there. Four defenders, of course. Two of them are centre-backs. And then they've got the full-backs, which push forward. And then three in the midfield, three in the forward line. West Ham is doing a little bit more of a difference than the traditional. Doing a 3-4-1-2. And that's going to allow West Ham a lot of rotation out from defence to midfield and midfield to, you know, more of an attacking position. We haven't seen the midfield to attack in full force yet at the moment. It's been mainly defence to midfield rotation, which has been successful. Sunderland's been applying a lot of pressure, so they've sort of started to break down this 3-4-2 formation here. 3-4-1-2, should I say. And I feel Sunderland have enough to stay above the relegation this year. 100%, yeah, I do think so. And you had no batteries, so you left before? That's okay. Who do I think is going to win the league this season? I don't think, unfortunately, you know, I think Liverpool will still be in the title race. I don't know if they're going to win it just because I feel like they bought a lot of big name players, and sometimes that's not great. As I said, they needed a centre-back real bad after that last game. They really need one because, you know, they're really relying on Van Dijk to full carry them. I also think that maybe, I don't know if Arsenal can do it under Arteta. I don't think Arteta's the right person for Arsenal, to be honest. I know he's built so much, but I feel like his time's coming to an end. I don't know. Maybe, you know, if Arsenal got Xavi, maybe that would be a good idea. I think Xavi would be a good coach for Arsenal, actually. You know. And also, possibly Man City. Again, I don't know. I don't think. It's going to come down to Liverpool, Arsenal, really. You know, Chelsea also in the mix. Well, yeah, one of those three. I don't think the others can do it. I don't think Man City is going to win it this year. The game you mentioned, Zeta? Wait, what do you mean? And this is now going to be with Kilman. And now with Ballard. Ballard to Silt. Blood Money? Yeah. Yeah, I know you mentioned that one before, Zeta. Yeah, what about it? This is now West Ham trying to just clear the ball there because there was actually a lot of pressure there on that left side again. Sunderland's left side, West Ham's right side, should I say. Again, Wan-Bissaka, Todibo, I don't think are the best choices to sort of cover this side for West Ham because, of course, they've got Wan-Bissaka and Todibo and Ward-Prowse there. And on the other hand, they've got, coming up against Reynildo, Siddiqui looks very good, and Dingra, and then Mayender's coming in as well. Granite's going to be supporting them. I feel like that's a very strong pressure to West Ham's right side. So, yeah, for sure, I think that maybe this might be the play for Sunderland to keep pressing on the left hand. And the game you mentioned, yes, I'll play it. 100% Zed. I need to fit it in. Not everyone has it, not even me. Yeah, well, I don't have it because I haven't played it before, but yeah, I'll try and play it. Obviously not now because we're watching, Sunderland versus West Ham. And who's going to get relegated this season? I have a feeling this is the relegations. Burnley last, Leeds second last, West Ham third last. They're the relegated sides. I'm very confident that my guesses will be correct here. West Ham have not strengthened enough. They have barely bought anyone. They came, very low on the table last season. I think Wolves will come higher this season. I think they'll be doing good under, of course, Al-Shabaab's former manager, who I think is actually a good manager, to be honest. He was taking Shabab in the Russian Saudi League to a very high, position on the table. And, of course, he's done it with Wolves. He really took them out of that relegation zone when he came in the Prem at, the half season. He really pushed them forward. Did some good signings. He's also done some good sales. So Kunyatu, Manchester United made some money there. And he's, of course, bought John Arias, who, one of the players of the Club World Cup for me for, of course, Fluminense. Yeah, so definitely I think Wolves will do good this season. Of course, they are playing, later today. Their first game is against Man City. Now, I don't expect them to win that, so they will probably lose that. If they win that would be amazing, especially with John Arias. But, yeah, I think, honestly, they should definitely finish higher position, maybe in the top 10 this time, for sure. You think Liverpool be fourth? You think they'll be fourth? I don't know. I think Liverpool will be maybe third, at least, minimum. They were lucky they didn't lose that game to Bournemouth. I'll just say that now because, I know the scoreline doesn't really reflect the gameplay. Of course, I feel like Bournemouth were in very much control for some of that second half, especially when they got that second goal. There was panic starting to set in until, yes, of course, scored the winner. That's technically the winner. Salah sealed it, but, the scoreline doesn't reflect the true nature of the game until the bottle. They just didn't have complacency, West Ham. Not West Ham, Bournemouth. West Ham have it now, though. This is with Wan-Bissaka. And Wan-Bissaka is going to pass in. And Sunderland do win the ball back. The referee just ignores the pleads there of the player on the ground. I think that was... Who was on the ground there? I think it was Ward-Prowse. He was just sort of holding his hand up. The referee completely ignores him there. Smash light for referees ignoring players. Robert Jones, good job. He's the referee of today's game, just so you know. It's now going to be with Reynildo. Now back to Silt. Reynildo. And Watford just scored against their game in QPR. And the reason I mention this, not because it's, that relevant to Premier League, but because the person who scored is actually a... Let me check. I'm sure this guy, he's assisted. He assisted. He's an Australian international, just joined them from Bayern. I thought he's supposed to be one of the best upcoming Australian talents, of course, excluding me and my brother. I'm joking. But yeah, he's definitely looks very good, and he's already assisted on his debut, so, props to him. Well done. I think his name's Iran Kunda, I think. And top four includes same as last season, just maybe different order. Yeah, I do think... Did Chelsea come in top four last season, if I can remember correctly? Let's take a quick look. Here, let's go to Chelsea. I can't remember if they did. I'll go... Yeah, I can't remember. I can't even see if they came top four last season. Someone check if they came top four last season. I do think Chelsea have a chance to win it this season. Very much strengthen their squad. They might actually win it this season. I have a feeling they might. They finished fourth. Yeah, okay. So there's a foul there on one of West Ham's players. It's going to be a free kick in the attacking half. Possible chance to cross this in and possibly score from a header. And you think CDF, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea last season. Oh, that's the last season order. Yeah, then I think maybe it could be, I don't know. I really feel Chelsea are going to win it this season. I just feel it. They're on form in the Club World Cup. Their team looks super strong. Maybe Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City. That might be the order. You can also see Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City. Any of those. You support Arsenal, so you'll pick them. They beat the top teams, but lost to poor teams. Yeah. Again, it's preseason. It's preseason. Like, I know you were talking about last year. I'm assuming the form of them where they were losing to, some some poor teams, and they were beating all the top teams there. Especially they lost to West Ham like away or something. Was that away or at home? They lost to West Ham last season. They should have really won because that was sort of a title deciding game. Because Liverpool lost, they should have won. But yeah. For sure, I think Chelsea might win this one this season. Arteta, I don't trust him to get a title. Unfortunately, I think his time might be up. Maybe Champions League. We'll have to see. It's going to be a touch there from West Ham. Just trying to bring this down on the left-hand side. Diouf. It's a little bit of control for the ball there. There's a call for handball by Sunderland, and the handball call is approved. Diouf does get a handball on the ball. I don't think PSG are going to win Champions League again. Just thought of that then. I don't think they're going to win it again. Not for me. I don't think so. Waiting for this play of the free kick. And it's sent absolutely long, and Rose just sends that straight to West Ham's defence, headed around. Sunderland trying to win that in the attacking half. Some pressure from Mayenda, and now it's going to be with Wan-Bissaka. Now with Todibo. The Community Shield is cursed. Some people say, yeah, I saw that. A lot of people saying about the Community Shield curse. Supposedly Liverpool fans are saying that now that they didn't win the Community Shield, they're going to win the Prem because from what I heard, if you win it, you're not going to win the Prem. I don't believe in curses. It's going to be real. I think it's just a mentality sort of instillment. Now it's going to be with Agurd. Now back to Kilman. And now to Ward-Prowse. Of course, as well, this is Lucas Paqueta's return to Premier League football. He didn't play any games last season, really. He played like at the start of the season a little bit. Then he got banned from false accusations of him betting on himself or a friend betting on him to earn himself money. And, completely false accusations there. It was proven false. So, again, Premier League, FA messing up there by banning him because what a talent Lucas Paqueta is. He'll be glad that it wasn't this year, though, that he was banned because, you don't want to miss World Cup football. You don't want to miss the form for the World Cup football. You need to play games this season. It's, that's why there's so many transfers before a World Cup. If you look at every year before the World Cup, there are more transfers the year before than there are any other year because it's players going to teams they know they'll start, going to harder teams where they can challenge for titles, West Ham almost scoring there. It's just cleaned up nicely by Seals and Ballard. Brilliant little defensive duo there. And now it's going to be Reynoldo trying to push forward, and that's going to be a throw in here for Sunderland. Close for a goal there by Bowen. He is offside, so we're being counted offside. He was offside by a small fraction. Yeah, but that defense is brilliant. That West Ham defense, that Sunderland defense is brilliant, especially the offside trap and then, pushing like that. I feel like Sunderland are almost going to be like a Nottingham Forest from last season. So I have a feeling of it. Again, Jaka, such an experienced player. He's already played in the Prem before. He won unbeaten season with Leverkusen, of course, excluding the Europa League final. And he really did show why, he's one of the best midfielders. Along with Florian Wirtz, that partnership will never be forgotten. And hopefully, he can form a partnership here with Diarra Siddiqui. It looks like he already has as well. again, helping with the defense. Silt and Ballard, he drops back quite a fair bit. Granit Xhaka, he really is, you know, he's sort of like Scott McTominay when we watch Napoli versus Olympiacos. Scott McTominay and Kevin De Bruyne, they're both everywhere. He's everywhere in this game. Reynaldo's going to take the throw-in. Reynaldo does a little quick throw there to Siddiqui and sends it kind of deep into the midfield. And West Ham win it back. It's going to be Wan-Bissaka. Passing into Jared Bowen. That's a brilliant touch by Bowen. He passes it over. This could be a goal for West Ham. It's just defended nicely. And it goes out. It's going to be a throw-in here for West Ham, it looks like. Yeah, just thrown quickly there by Diouf to Agurd. Now back to Diouf. Now to Agurd again. Kilman now passing into the midfield there with Ward-Prowse. And sends that over to the right side. However, it's going to be defended nicely by Hume. And should be a free kick for Sunderland. There's some pressure. It's no free kick. Referee says play on. There's a possible goal here. And that's very good defense by Sunderland. Again, their defense is looking so sharp. Silt just passes it in there to his goalkeeper, Rofs. And, you know, perfect defense. Now let's have a look at that goal chance again. Yeah, that slide tackle. Who did that slide tackle? That's Silt, I think. No. Was that Xhaka? I think Xhaka did a slide tackle there, preventing a goal. Well done. That's what I'm talking about, though. He drops back in the defense. He really does, you know, help that defense out a lot. And under a lot of pressure there, Hermansen, he just sends that down the field. And is going to be collected by... Who was that? I think... Who's the Lucas Paqueta, I think, yeah. It's going to be a free kick. Just gets fouled. Brought down and fouled. Just a foul there by Ballard, it looks like. It's going to be a quick play on. It's now going to be Todibo to Hermansen. Now to Kilman. Back to Hermansen. Also, where's Areola? Is he a sub? Yeah. Alphonse Areola. I'm surprised they don't really play him anymore. I think it's because he's kind of old. Let's have a look at his age. He is 32. I mean, he's not that old, but, you know, I really thought Areola was one of those really experienced keepers. I guess Hermansen maybe is a little bit better. Of course, he came from, if we have a look at him, he, of course, was just joining West Ham, August 2025. He was before in Leicester City. He was their keeper last season. If we can remember, he made a couple of saves. The most memorable for me was the triple save against Arsenal, where he made 3 saves in a row. That was brilliant from him. I think it was at Leicester Stadium as well. So, you know, he was really performing. I think West Ham have got a really good player there. I think that's one of the only positions, really, they've strengthened a little bit. They've kind of left the rest of the positions. I guess any goalkeeper can win you a game. A good goalkeeper is a great goalkeeper, you know. It's going to be Rufs. See what he does. So far, in terms of statistics, Sunderland has had 38% possession, 2 attempts. West Ham, 62% possession with 4 attempts. But Sunderland's attempts have been closer. There have been 2 big chances, whereas West Ham's had only, you know, out there 4-2. So, you know, 100% big chances there for Sunderland, whereas they've got 50% big chances there for West Ham. Going to be a throw for Sunderland. Just outside the right side of the box here, near the corner flag. It's going to be played quickly there between Talbi and Diarra. It's going to be now Talbi just passing all the way back into Hum. See what Hum does. Just passes over to Silt. Now Silt to Reynaldo. And Reynaldo under a lot of pressure here. Just pass it back to Silt again. And that's a long ball by Silt, trying to find Diarra and Talbi, but just doesn't find both of those players. Now going to be back with West Ham in the defense. Kilman just passing in toward Prowse. You have all banned books in the world. Wow. Okay. That is a nice little fun fact there, Zeta. And this is going to be now Ward-Prowse to Diouf. Now back to Agurd. What's Agurd going to do? Just going to hold up the play there a little bit. Talbi's going to run. Sorry, not Talby. Kilman's going to run in a little bit. Ago just passes to Diouf again. And now it's back to Kilman. Now it's going to be over to Todibo. Now it's going to be pass 3. That's a good 3 pass there to Lucas Paqueta. Now over into the right side. Linus Fulkrug is now with the ball. He's going to probably try and cut this one in. He does a couple of step overs there, Fulkrug. And it's going to be slid out. It's going to be a possible corner kick here for West Ham. Brilliant play by Nicholas Fulkrug. The biggest banned book is... Okay. Okay, Zeta. I love how you're just exposing yourself here. Well done for exposing yourself on what's banned. And it's going to be a corner kick. Most likely. Don't know what the referee's decision is here. And it's now going to be with the goalkeeper. Actually, it's a goal kick now, so they've changed their mind here. The referee has changed his mind. And that's going to be dropped deep by Roofs. Just trying to find Andingra, but it's going to go out here by just a header by Wan-Bissaka. It's going to be thrown here for Sunderland. It's going to be taken by Reynaldo. Okay, I mean, Zeta, you kind of exposed yourself in the chat there, so, you know, yeah, I guess maybe they've already found out. I don't know. And this is now going to be with Reynaldo just losing the touch. Lucas Paqueta does a nice little control there. I feel like Lucas Paqueta was definitely missing from West Ham last season. You could see there was something absence in the midfield. He's such a quality player. They're really lucky to have him at West Ham because he is very good. You know, they made some good players. You know, they've got Jared Bowen, they've got Fulkrug, Paqueta, Ward-Prowse. Definitely they've got, you know, the quality Wan-Bissaka as well. But I don't know. Something's missing. They've got Munson as well now. Something's missing. I don't think they're enough to, you know, knock out this relegation zone this season because, you know, I do think that this season it's a little bit more challenging. I do think there's going to be a lot more of a challenge for staying for Premier League football. You know, Leeds also has a pretty strong side too. So, 100%. It's going to be tough for West Ham. It's going to be tough. Same with Everton. It's going to be tough for Everton. West Ham, I think it's also going to be tough for, you know, some of those other lower finishing teams. I don't think Wolves is going to have much of a struggle again, as I said before. Leeds going to have a very hard struggle to try and stay in, you know, Premier League football. They can do it for sure. They've done it before a lot. So, you know, we'll have to wait how this season's Leeds squad does shape up to be in the Premier League. Of course, they are going to be playing later on. Everton, they're actually playing them on August 18th at 10 p.m. Leeds versus Everton. Just around, you know, I think that's, what day is that? That's going to be on Monday. Monday at 10 p.m. GMT +3. Referee here just telling for a free kick for Sunderland. Fulkrug, of course, the one that commits the free kick. Now going to be taken by, I think, Xhaka. He plays it short there to Talby. Talby, what's he going to do? Just pass it into Xhaka. Back into the defense there was Ballard. Trying to find Xhaka. Reynaldo does a nice little clearance, and that goes out. It's going to be a throw in here for West Ham in the defensive half. So, to my air conditioning on. It's getting hot in here again. There we go. Okay, let's see what West Ham do with this defensive throw-in. It's going to be... I think that's Diouf taking the throw-in. Yeah, he just takes that one. He actually gives it to Sunderland. Chance for Sunderland to maybe score, and that's going to be cleared away by West Ham. They're going to retain some possession there. It's just going to be sent down the field by Agurd as far as possible to Fulkrug, and it just goes to absolutely no one. It's now West Ham in the attack, and it's going to be Sunderland in defense trying to hold up. Reynaldo switching sides over to the right wing. It's going to be controlled by Diarra. Now going to be with Hum. Now to Diarra. Whom again? Is it Hum or Whom? I'm going to just keep saying Whom because I think that's how you say it. His name. It's now going to be Reynildo. Now over to Andingra. Just going to pass that out to Siddiqui. Siddiqui now to Andingra again. Andingra just doing a nice little cut. Possibly passing this one in. That was an average... It was an average pass. I was going to say it was a good pass. It's an average pass. I was going to say it was good. I was actually saying both at the same time. DDP or Kamzat? What? Wait a minute. Do you mean like... Are these... Wait, I'm just searching these guys up. Oh, they're MMA fighters. Okay. Shimaev and then DDP. Let's have a look. Yeah, UFC. Okay. Well, I don't really watch UFC, to be honest. So I don't know. I guess let's just pick based on who looked better. I guess Kamzat. I don't know. I don't watch UFC, so again, I just watch football. Only football. All day, every day football. Any games. It's now going to be with West Ham on the attack on the left side. Just passing there between Duoff and now Agard. Now back to Kilman. Playing through ball there. It's going to be Ward-Prowse. Now over to Todibo. Average cross is going to be a throw-in for West Ham, though. Just deflected out. Looks like that. Todibo is going to be taking this one. Or it's Wan-Bissaka, actually. Wan-Bissaka is going to take. Just throws it slow there to Debo. Now back over to Kilman. Rodriguez. Kilman again. Back to the goalkeeper, Hermansen. Some heavy pressure. Hermansen very far out there. He's like, you know, in deep midfield. Had to clear that one. He was under a lot of pressure there. You got Mayenda running on him. He's got Talby running on him. Really had to get rid of that as quick as possible. Brighton Fulham still 0-0. It's the 40th minute there for their game. Tottenham 1-0 against Burnley. It's the 39th minute there. Possible chance for Sunderland to maybe score, and that goes out. It's going to be a throw in here for Sunderland. I think the referee's talking to someone on the touchline. 109 passes for Sunderland, 206 passes for West Ham in total for this game, by the way. Sorry, don't know why I'm yawning as well. Absolutely tired out of my mind. Reynildo, just a quick little throw there to Ndigra. It's going to be cleared away, though, by Todibo. Now Reynildo, a little pass there from Silt. Misses Reynildo. They both just apologize to each other. I think it was both a mistake on both ends there. And long ball sent by Wan-Bissaka, trying to find the run of Agard, but it's just unsuccessful. And Diouf was also there to maybe possibly get that one, but yeah, it's unsuccessful. Lucas Paqueta on the ground injured. He's going to stand up here. Almost halftime. 5 minutes remaining for this game. Just a long throw there by Hum. It's going to be collected by West Ham as they kick the ball down the field. And smashed away by Ballard on a run here for what looks to be Siddiqui and Mayenda. Trying to run. The referee calls a foul on West Ham, and it's going to be a free kick in the defensive half for them. And Dingra is the one that commits it. Possession does look like more one-sided to West Ham. Of course, they're 62% possession, whereas Sunderland have had 38% possession here. However, Sunderland have had a better attacking chances in this game so far in terms of one big chance. I did say two before. I don't think Footmob counted one of the other big chances that we did see. 2-0, which is insane. Though West Ham's had 5 total shots, 2 on target. Sunderland's had 2 total shots, 1 on target. And in terms of accuracy, in terms of passing, 227 passes for West Ham, 124 for Sunderland. You know, so both teams, again, not really on possession. It's more of a breakaway game, you know, where they're going blah, blah, blah. The ball keeps switching sides continually. It's more of that sort of game. can probably safely assume the loser of this game will be struggling this season. Yeah. Yeah, the loser for this game will be struggling. This is a game you win. You don't draw this type of game. You win this game. So against West Ham, both West Ham and Sunderland will be wanting to win. A draw here would be extremely unfavourable for both. I think a draw, if anything, would sort of compromise their season a little bit. You know, first game going in with a draw against, you know, a low-table team, or what's to be expected to low-table teams, you know, from either side as well. Wan-Bissaka just throws that over, and it's going to be now Wan-Bissaka one-touching that with Todibo. Welcome back, Patrick, as well. Welcome back. Todibo. This is going to be now with Ward-Prowse. 4 minutes left. Ward-Prowse over to Bowen. Ward-Prowse. Rodriguez open, but he just passes back to Bowen there. Bowen very deep as well. He's playing like a right-back position almost. Ward-Prowse, Paqueta. Prowse over to Wan-Bissaka. And that's a very deep cross by Wan-Bissaka. Just a header there, committed by Diouf, and it's going to be a little struggle in the box for Nicholas Füllkrug. He dives. He's appealing for a penalty. There's none, and this is a counter chance for Sunderland, maybe to get a goal here. It's a very good one. It's a 4v4. Here we go. Sunderland crossing in, and it's going to be a corner here. They are appealing for a handball. A lot of players here saying Kilman handballed the ball, and yeah, it is going to be a corner, it looks like. Talby does go and kick the ball across. Maybe a handball. Jark is talking with the referee here. Let's have a look. Is this a handball here? We're going to have to wait and see. So, yeah, it's a nice run, nice powered run by Diarra, just passing it over to Andigra, who's in the left wing. And then, of course, Talby overlaps, and then he gives a cross. There is a handball there. There is a handball. Don't know if the referee's going to call this one, though. Yeah, that looks like a handball. This should be, in reality, a penalty if we did the fair handball rule, but no penalty given, no hand. Must have been, you know, too much of a natural position. It's going to be a cross into the box by Xhaka. Goes deep, punched away by the keeper, and the referee is telling to redo this corner here because something was wrong. Just talking here with Diarra, the referee, and Todibo. I think they were both arguing. So it looks like this corner might be a back post one, though he might switch it up here. I think actually Hume's now taking the corner, and he might switch it up, go near post. So let's see. So it's another back post corner. There's a bit of a struggle. Another appeal for a handball again. Football No Man's Sky. Oh, okay, you guys talking about the games you play. There's an appeal for a handball once again by the Sunderland players, but there's going to be another corner here for Sunderland. This time, Granit Xhaka is going to be taking this one. So Xhaka takes the right side corners, so the corners on the right side of the field. And Hume takes the left side corners. Here we go. What can Xhaka do? Who will I support in the Bundesliga? I'm just going to watch it neutrally again. Back post header, just caught by Hermansen. That was close. That was close. Good job there. I think that was Ballard again. He's having a good performance this game. So, yeah, that's a back post header. Should have been a bit more harder, I guess. Wan-Bissaka. Now with Todibo. And it's now going to be with Kilman. Kilman to Paqueta. Now back over to Kilman. Now with Agurd. And now going to be Todibo. Wan-Bissaka. Todibo again. And that's going to be with Ward-Prowse. Now Lucas Paqueta. Now with Ward-Prowse again. That's a good cross by Ward-Prowse. Just trying to find Diarra, and it's... Diouf, and it's going to be just another struggle for the ball for West Ham. It's going to be a throw-in for Sunderland. Diouf saying that he got pushed there. It's clearly, though, out. Just waiting for the play on here. Looks like it's half-time. No extra time. Okay, so they called half-time there. Who's the ref in this? The referee is going to be Robert Jones. So, it's not one of the classic, you know, Anthony Taylor, Michael Oliver situations here. So that's halftime here, guys. I'm going to read the stats out to you guys. So in terms of statistics, 36% ball possession for Sunderland, 64% West Ham. In terms of Sunderland's other stats, 4 shots, 2 on target, 1 big chance missed. 128 accurate passes, 76% accuracy, 4 fouls, 3 corners. In terms of West Ham, 64% ball possession, 6 total shots, 2 on target, 0 big chances, 259 accurate passes with 85% accuracy. We have 3 fouls and 1 corner. So this game, pretty balanced. In terms of, the balance of this game, we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. I do think there will be a winner. Maybe I'm still changing my scoreline here to 1-0 as a winning, score here. So that's going to be all for this first half, guys, and I'll see you in the next half. See you in a bit, guys. 5 minutes. Let's go. Or 10 minutes, actually. W's. welcome back, guys. This is now the second half of the Sunderland versus West Ham game, and it's been an exciting first half. I can't wait for the second half to begin. I'm actually pretty excited. So yeah, here we go. Let's go to the live scene. Welcome, Mohammed Tala, to the stream as well. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, kickoff is going to begin here any second now in 3, 2, 1, and referees call. He hasn't called it yet. I was wanting to time it there with the referee, but no, I guess not. Here we go. So there we go. So the referee has called it there officially now. So the game has started. Good job, referee. Good job. Doing good. So yeah. It's now going to be West Ham pushing from the left side from the right to left, and Sunderland now pushing from the right to the left to the right, should I say, instead of, tripping over my words. So I just need to respond to something. There we go. And hopefully there are goals. Yeah, hopefully there are goals. Sorry, just had to respond to that question there from someone on Discord. There we go. So here we go. It's going to be a Sunderland free kick. Hopefully there are goals. Yep, I do hope so. CDF, same as you. So it's extremely hot in here, my God. Sunderland just kick the ball down the field. It's going to be a header away from West Ham's Kilman. No substitutions in this first half, by the way. And it's now going to be with Fulkrug just trying to find some space, and cleaned up by Ballard. All the way back to Rolfs and slammed down the field. So I don't understand why the most controversial refs don't do the matches with the top clubs. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Got literally the worst referees doing the worst, the big matches. And then you've got good refs doing the small matches. Like, make it make sense. Doesn't make sense. And this is going to be back now in the defense for Todibo. Now with Wan-Bissaka. Todibo. Now to Kilman. Agurd. Diouf. And now back to Agurd. And welcome back, Patrick. Hope you're doing good. We're having a nice time in that halftime break. Kilman, Todibo, Wan-Bissaka, Ward-Prowse, and now finds a through ball there to Paqueta. Now to Wan-Bissaka, and it goes out. It's going to be a throw in here for Sunderland. Reynildo did a good defense there on Lucas Paqueta and Wan-Bissaka. You ate barbecue chicken wings. Oh, sounds tasty. I'm jealous. CDF, I wish I could have something like that, but no, unfortunately, in the break, okay, I see, yeah, I had nothing. So, yeah, I'm kind of jealous. It's now going to be with Silt. It's now Hum. Hum finds a good through ball. That's a brilliant through ball to Mayenda. Can he reach it? He does. The goalkeeper actually has to save, and there's another shot just going wide. Almost a goal there for Sunderland. Very quick breakaway, and well done to Andigra as well for the volley shot. He just misses. Wow, what a run found there by Hum. Literally finds the run of Mayenda perfectly. Good cross, because he actually almost scores there, Mayenda, from, an impossible angle, and yeah, unfortunate that Adingra, he actually attempts the Bundesliga goal, and he misses. If you guys don't know, the Bundesliga goal is, the symbol of the Bundesliga. The guy doing the push kick goal. And this is going to be a run on there from Adingra again. West Ham have to clear it, and it doesn't go out, which is good. Ward-Prowse has the ball. It's going to be offside call. Sunderland going full belt at West Ham in this opening stage of the second half here. Something they need, really. They do need this. They need a push for these sorts of openings. You have sausage and bacon. Okay, Patrick, everyone's sharing the food now. Making me jealous. I love bacon. It's absolutely goated. And yeah, unfortunately, I haven't had some in quite a bit. Beef bacon, that is, of course. But yeah. It's just an injury on the ground here for Sunderland. It looks like that the injury is going to be of Talby, if I'm correct. Talby or Silt. Can't really tell who that is on the ground just exactly. And you have 2 chocolate biscuits. Okay. Having everything that tastes good. Great. chocolate biscuits as well. I'm completely jealous. Of course, Brighton, Fulham, and Tottenham, Burnley has all resumed at the same time as well. I should do a cooking stream soon. They're fun. Yeah, I am thinking about doing a cooking stream this week. I thought about doing it maybe Wednesday, Thursday. I like doing them later in the week, I think, because that's when more people, can watch them. So, yeah, I'll see what I can do then. CDF. I'll try and pick something good to cook as well. Something that, keeps us occupied the whole time because we don't want to just be waiting around for the oven to cook something. Player warming up here for Sunderland. It actually is going to be Silt on the ground here. Great, you'll watch it? Yeah, W's. I'll try and get it up. It looks like, yeah, Silt might be coming off. Currently warming up is going to be Omar Alderete. Or should I say Alderete, if I can actually speak. And he's probably going to replace Silt very soon, if he's not fine. Play resumed. Kilman. Todibo. And Todibo finds some space there with Rodriguez. Now back to Kilman. Now to Agard. Agard just to Rodriguez. And now back to Agard. Diouf. Rodriguez. Rodriguez gives a cross into the box. Headed clear there by Ballard. He's doing very good in defense, Ballard. Very, very good. Another player down on the ground there. And it looks like Silt will not be returning. He walks back on the field and falls on the ground. Make your brother the kitchen help. Okay. Yeah. Dynamites would not like that, I don't think. Yeah, maybe I can. I can force him to. And your mum has fried rice. Okay. Another yummy meal. So, thank you, Patrick, for making my stomach extremely hungry. Now I'm just thinking about food. Good job. Smash like for food. Yeah, it looks like that Silt might be coming off here. We got Reynildo. We got as well, I think, yeah, Reynildo, Mayenda, and Digra is all checking on him. Silt's going to be coming off. It looks like that Alderete is going to be coming on. Alderete. You reminded you just smashed like WCDF. Do I also watch cricket? No. All I watch is football. Maybe one day I'll have to watch a cricket match, maybe. But yeah, I just watch football. Only football. Looks like, yeah, Silt's coming off, and it's going to be Alderete coming on. Let's see if, I'm just going to call him Omar. It sounds a little bit more normal. Let's see if Omar can do a good job in the defense. He's going to be playing left centre-back here, replacing, of course, that side where I feel like most pressure comes from, Sunderland, especially pushing against, Bowen or Prowse, Wan-Bissaka, Todibo. I think he has to sort of blend in nicely. We might actually see Ballard maybe go onto that left side to help out. And then Omar maybe push on the right, since the right's a little bit less, of a challenge. We're going to have to wait and see. And your dad is having sausage and bacon too. Great. Even more food. Good job, Patrick. You keep making me hungry. Australia is 5 times world champion in cricket. Yep. And I don't follow it because cricket is not my sport. Football is. Again, as I said, I lived in Australia for about, when I was young. So, I'm accustomed to the sports here. And the sports here is football. And football is the best sport. At least in my opinion, So, yeah. Don't have, the previous countries I lived in, don't have the most patriotism for them, or whatever the word would be called. Because, I was young, so obviously someone that was living there maybe 10, 15 years would probably have a little bit more than me. A lot more, should I say. Chocolate biscuits and Ted? And the end? What? Ted and the end? Okay. And deep cross there. Trying to find the run of Mayenda again. And, yeah, just unfortunate from Mayenda not winning that little cross there. It would have been a goal, basically, for Sunderland. Unfortunately, he didn't run onto that. Diouf does take that out. You may have to watch a 2020 match. It's not too long, and they just try to hit the ball far. Yeah, I might have to, because I was recommended a match before. I was recommended like a match where they last like 3 days. I'm not watching a 3 day match. Like, I'm gonna be real. I'm not watching a 3 day match. But yeah, if it's a short match, I'll do a short match, honestly. See how it goes. And I should grow out my hair. I'm actually getting a haircut soon. It's just because my hair basically grows really quickly. It's been less than a month since I last got my haircut. Maybe just over a month, actually, not less. So yeah, it grows really quickly. And I'm probably going to get some frosted tips again. And watch India against Australia T20. You can have huge Indian fans. Yeah, I'll probably watch it, neutrally, so don't upset anyone. And also because, I haven't watched cricket, so, probably wouldn't just go in blind. I'd watch, of course, support Australia, but, neutral. And this is now going to be Diouf. Agard. Diouf again. And deep ball there. West Ham very close to scoring. That was the type of cross that Sunderland needed, really, to Mayenda. Bowen not hitting that on target. He should have, did a better control. He kind of lets that go a little bit loose. He really should have hit that on the first time volley. Maybe it would have gone top bins or something. I don't know. But yeah, not the best. Not the best. Did I watch croquet? What? No, I've not watched croquet. I'm assuming it's, if I know croquet correctly, it's you have like the bat, like it's a stick with a cylinder bat. You go and hit the ball like really lightly and try and get into a, I don't know if it's like a hole, like golf or something. I don't know. All I know is you like hit red balls or something, like on a green field with a mallet. Mallet, that's the word. Not bat. It's going to be now Omar, now over to Ballard. Sends that ball deep. And on the run of Diarra, this could be a good chance for Sunderland maybe to score. Just a cross. He really, really should have crossed quicker there, Diarra. Don't know why he took his time. Not much YouTube fans for that. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really seen much of it, to be honest, so maybe not. I've watched a lot of videos, so I haven't seen any croquet. Have I seen Gaelic football? I've seen the tiniest bit. I do know a little bit about it. They can hold the ball when they're running and stuff, and they can bounce and kick it. Other than that, I don't know anything else about it, Patrick. Maybe we'll have to watch a game of that as well. Corner for Sunderland. It's going to be Hum taking the corner. This time, not Granit Xhaka. Of course, it's a right side corner. Xhaka, I think, takes the left side only. Here we go. Hum. One hand up. Deep cross, finding the back post. There's a header, and that is a horrendous corner connection there. Oh my god, that's terrible. I'm going to be the next Mr. Beast. Thank you. Thank you, Mohammed. Appreciate that. I wish I could. Yeah, let's keep a positive mindset. I am going to be the next Mr. Beast. I'm not going to be Mr. Beast. I'm going to be better than Mr. Beast, Smash like for being better. Have I seen people riding pretend horses? The horse head on a stick. The people jump a fence or the ride the pretend horses. What? What are you watching? What are you actually watching? Do you find that entertaining? I don't know. It sounds funny. That's what it sounds. Sounds goofy. Don't know what you're on about, CDF. I've never seen that before. It's an actual sport. Well, if that's an actual sport, I should enter and, win every competition. Because that sounds as easy as anything. And polo. Yes, I know polo. I don't know too much about it. I do know that polo's a sport. Have I seen hurling? Again, no. The only sports I've watched, guys, is football. The only sport I watch. I know how to play a little bit of golf as well. But football's the only one that I fully play. I play myself. I watch it all the time. I watch it every day. I play football video games. I do everything. Also, Ultimate Frisbee. Ultimate Frisbee is a goated sport. Yeah, hurling's from Ireland. Yeah, I do know that. Isn't it in the Olympic Games as well? Yeah, you're from Ireland. I remember, Patrick, you said about that. Did you see lacrosse? No. I have not seen lacrosse either. And this is going to be Sunderland on a possible attack. And Diarra, maybe going to take the shot. He takes it and just goes over. Very close to a goal there. Diarra was feeling a little bit greedy for himself. Takes the shot. Just misses. Going to be a goal kick here for Hermansen. And Tottenham score, making it 2-0 against Burnley there. So Tottenham weren't going to lose anyway. The first goal was scored by Richarlison. And the second goal is going to be by someone here. We're going to have to actually wait and see who this goal is by. Looks like Richarlison scores the next goal. Yeah. Second goal looks like to be from Richarlison as well. Do I see the WWE? Yeah, I know a little bit about WWE, actually. I've watched some clips of it. Again, I don't watch it full time. You spend a week trying to know the crazy sports out there. Yeah, I actually could. You know, a full week just doing every sport. That'd be crazy. That'd be a fun one, actually. And how's the weather in Saudi? Well, we're in the summer right now, so it's sort of the end of the summer. It's starting to come down a little bit, so it's not that hot. It's processing into the more humid weather, so it's very moist. When I play football in the evenings, I play like 7, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. actually. So it's not that hot outside. And there's a cross from Sunderland. There's a deep header, and there's a goal by Sunderland to score their opening Premier League goal. And who other scoring it than number 12, Mayenda, the guy that really has been doing so good the whole game so far in terms of runs. Sunderland 1-0 against West Ham. And yeah, you knew it. I knew it. That, you know, Sunderland's going to be staying up. I have a feeling. I mean, it's the game one. It's game one, so I'm not going to be over the top Sunderland staying up from one game, a result here. But, you know, I have a very strong feeling they're going to stay up this season. So it's the 61st minute, so, you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens. You know, not conceding, but brilliant job. They scored the first goal. That's a brilliant cross, by the way, by Reynildo, and then just a header by Mayenda. It's a brilliant finish. And, it was actually Omar who crosses it. So the new substitute got the assist there. I thought it was Reynildo. It looks like Reynildo was more in the left wing position at that point. Omar moved over to left back. Be confident and call it game one. Yeah, I'm calling it game one now. Sunderland going to stay up. And it's raining for you. Lucky Patrick. Rain's definitely better than moist, humidity. Especially hot, moist humidity. But, again, the rain season will come here eventually. It's, going to be raining probably in January, December. It actually has been raining much more frequently than usual. Usually it's like maybe for a week per year. This year it was for like 5 weeks. 5 weeks of like on and off rain. And actual big thunderstorms, which is crazy. And this is going to be a throw in here for Sunderland. And Sunderland, the defensive half. Sunderland's going to eat West Ham burger, yeah. Sunderland's going to absolutely chomp up West Ham because, to be honest, West Ham, I do believe they're getting relegated this season. I do believe they don't possess the full quality to stay up in the Prem. Paqueta's, been off from a season of football. I'm really surprised he didn't actually leave West Ham. I heard he might, as well. Ward-Prowse, I really think he should leave as well. I think he possesses quality maybe to go into that Man United side. I feel like maybe that'll be a good chance for him to, prove himself back into Premier League strong football. But in terms of Sunderland, they should be finishing over West Ham this season. No offense, West Ham fans. I'm sorry if any of you guys are watching. I do think your squad made only pretty much one good signing, Hermansen. The rest are below average. You haven't really strengthened the squad to a point of it being a confident one. Same with Liverpool's centre-backs again. Should have signed a centre-back. Saying every stream now until they signed a centre-back, they needed one. They're not winning the Prem with those two back line there. And as I saw a lot of comments on it as well, I saw a lot of comments on Liverpool's game yesterday. People saying not to be fooled based on the scoreline because, it wasn't a confident win. It was not a confident win. It was a shaky win where they got a goal at the end from Salah. But yeah, it really, they need maybe... they brought someone from Bournemouth. I know they bought a centre-back from Bournemouth, not Kirkes. They bought someone recently. Maybe, a La Liga centre-back, Serie A centre-back, maybe an Italian centre-back would be a good one. Maybe a young Italian centre-back. I'm surprised no one's actually went to buy Bastoni off of Inter. I thought that would be, a big purchase this transfer window, maybe Bastoni moving clubs. And I do remember a lot. Thank you, Patrick. And have I been supporting Al Nassr before Ronaldo? I knew about them before Ronaldo because I came here way before, Ronaldo joined Al Nassr. But really, when the league started to pick up is when Ronaldo did join. Everything changed here. And I literally mean everything. Academies changed, as well. The amount of players coming here changed. Stadiums changed. World Cups being hosted here now, 2034. The club I live near, Qadsiya, who they used to have a very small stadium. They used to be in League 2. They're now in League 1 from last season. Nacho's there. Aubameyang left there, but he was there. Retegui. But they've now got a massive stadium. It's like an 80K, 90K capacity stadium. I'm very close to. I might have to take an image and put it in the Discord of Qadsiya Stadium. Just a minute of applause here from Sunderland. But yeah, I didn't really support Al Nassr too much. I ran before Ronaldo came because, to be honest, it was, as people like to say, it's because of the money, whatever. It's really, though, Ronaldo did put a huge media spotlight on the league, and it brings so much attention to it. Am I planning to go pro? I hope so. I can try out at a couple of the different, academies here. Not academies, like clubs now. I think maybe going for a Saudi Pro League second division club, and then maybe helping them get promoted to the top league would be a good idea, because it might allow for, development of a player. But still, people say that the quality for like a lower division league like this, for example, if you go to second division here, people might say the quality is not that great. But to be honest, it's still so hard. If you look at these pro players in the second tier of football here, they're still much better than I will be, currently. My previous coach was actually said to meant to be one of the best upcoming, Saudi players or something like that. He didn't have the complacency to go through with it. He didn't have himself to get motivated and go through. And he's a coach now, which is fine. He's one of the best coaches I've had. And he said it's so hard. There are so many, factors to going pro. You have to try and put in. I think my brother will go pro. I think so. My brother's younger than me. I think he will. I hope I do. It's just about, continuing to try and practice. Tottenham 3-0 to Burnley. Well, Burnley's getting absolutely relegated this season. That's going to be an absolute fact. Richarlison 2 goals, and Johnson's got one, the most recent one. So, yeah. Sunderland in the defence. Now with Reynaldo. Now it's going to be with Sadiki. Now back into Omar. Reynaldo. What football matches am I seeing? Like, what do you mean exactly by that? Like, Patrick? Like, do you mean what matches am I going to go to live this season? I hope I will. I hope I'll have to see, because I do want to stream all the Al Nassr games. The watch-alongs. Because I know a lot of the people on the channel like the Al Nassr games. They're the most successful out of the football watch-alongs. Oh, you mean tomorrow? Oh, okay. Let me check. You mean tomorrow? Okay. Let's have a look at the matches. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Chelsea Crystal Palace, 4 p.m. Nottingham Forest Brentford, 6:30. 6:30. I'll watch the 6:30 game tomorrow. Manchester United versus Arsenal. I should watch that one. Yeah. I don't think I have anything on then. I'll have to check. Yeah, I should be doing that. So, yeah. Unless there's something else. I'll just quickly check for you guys if there's anything there. But, yeah. Burnley goal difference at the end of the year will be minus 60 at least. Yeah, I don't think Burnley's going to have a good time this season. I'm going to be real. Saudi League better than League One. You'll be surprised that I do actually agree with it. I do. And it's not because of what Ronaldo said. I've actually been watching the league now for, though, about 4.5 years, almost 5 years. At the start, I wasn't watching it as much. Now, though, after these last, especially 3.5 years, it's a very strong league. And it's more balanced than people say. People are saying it's not balanced. You have Al Hilal winning every. You absolutely have not watched a single game of Saudi Pro League. You've not watched one game. The people saying that, or they just hate on Ronaldo. So let me just quickly check if I'm watching that game. Yeah, United versus Arsenal is on the watch list there for me. Yeah, United, Arsenal. I was going to watch it anyway, so I'm going to just watch it around. I can name you every team in the Saudi Pro League as well, so, and I can name you a player from every team, multiple players from every team. Not just, the star players as well. Respect for both GOATs. Exactly. Respect for both the GOATs. Their time's coming to an end, both of them. And, we just have to watch the legends remain in the game, They're still playing. They're still contributing to football. And we have to just, enjoy them while it lasts. So, yeah, respect. Double substitution here for West Ham. It's going to be Ward-Prowse and coming off here. And it's going to be someone else coming on. Let's quickly take a look. So, yeah, so Rodriguez and Ward-Prowse coming off. And it looks like that Suchek is coming on along with Wilson. Wilson and Suchek both coming on here. Also, just a scoreline for you guys as well that I just saw in the international friendlies category. Neom SC, which is a newly promoted Saudi League club, come from the second division. They've just equalized with Roma, who are playing their first team, actually. So, they're not playing a weak team here. Both teams are using their first team. Lacazette, of course, on Neom, I think has just scored. It's 1-1. So, yeah, that just shows, a Saudi second division league team. Their second division, they literally have just come here, not played any first-tier football, has just scored against Roma, who are in Champions League. I call every second, not Arsenal. Who's second? Arsenal boss. What? Like, you're saying Arsenal second because they were bottled? Okay. Patrick, I mean, yeah, they've been second, like, got a hat-trick of seconds. And have I been to Pakistan? No, I have not. Maybe I should go, Maybe I should go. I've got a lot of places on the to-visit list. There's going to be a corner here for Sunderland. No. Yeah, Sunderland. Sunderland corner. And Liverpool, if Liverpool's second too. Okay. Oh, so you just call everyone second bottlers? So here we go. Sunderland corner. Let's see if they send this one in. Here we go. Do Sunderland score? Whom sends it in? Back post cleared by the goalkeeper. And now back with Sunderland. And it's going to be passed back into the defense. Push forward here from the defense here. It's going to be now with a deep cross. There's a header. It's a goal for Sunderland. 2-0. 2-0. And the goal is scored by... Is that Ballard? Yes, Ballard scored. He's insane this game, guys. Ballard is insane this game. That guy's been absolutely, dominant in the defense. He's been dominant in the, the header challenges. Sunderland up. Sunderland are staying up. It's 100%. I don't even care if it's the match day one. They're staying up. They're putting on these performances against, West Ham, who have been in the Prem now. They've been in the Prem a bit too long. I think they've been in the Prem where they haven't developed as a team. They should be. It's just that the teams promoted have been so terrible that, this season's the time for change. They finish second when the football season ends. Oh, okay. So you only call them bottlers if they finish second when on the day it ends. Okay. Brilliant header, by the way, by Ballard. And what a cross by Ndigra. That guy is insane at crossing. 2-0. West Ham just are gone. West Ham's gone. That's going to be nice for Sunderland fans, of course. That will put them third currently in the Premier League. Also, Brighton has just scored to Fulham. So it's a 1-0 game there. So, yeah, Sunderland will be third. Liverpool second. Tottenham first currently with their nice clean sheet that they're getting, at this Burnley game. And then Brighton will be fourth with a 1-0. Going down into 20th, it will be Burnley -3 goal difference and West Ham -2 and AFC Bournemouth tied up with a -2 goal difference. Next match for Sunderland, of course, will be Burnley. So, you know, dominant performance coming up again. We could actually see here Sunderland get 2 wins in a row, secure 6 points, which would, really boost their season. That would really boost it. They've got favoured here with the draws, I do think. The draws have been favoured. Like, if we take a look at their match fixtures coming up. So they got West Ham now, they're going to win. They've got Burnley coming up. Then they've got Huddersfield in the EFL Cup, so they don't have to really put too many players on. Then they've got Brentford. Brentford's going to be a first real test for them. Crystal Palace, then after that, that's another test. Villa, Forest, so a couple more coming up there. They're not the hardest of the hard. United's also in that, period where they're not really hard of the hard. Their first very hard game comes up with October 25th. It's going to be Chelsea versus Sunderland, so that would be, sort of a challenge for them. Then we can see as well, November 8th, Arsenal versus Sunderland. And then, of course, Liverpool versus Sunderland, December 3rd. City, the immediate fixture afterwards, 3rd and 6th of December. My goodness. Liverpool, Sunderland, 3rd of December. 6th of December, City, Sunderland. And then 13th of December, Newcastle, Sunderland. What the heck? That is those fixtures are crazy. But currently, they need as many points as they can get at the very start here. And Sunderland is going to win, yeah. Sunderland is going to win this game. I have no doubts. West Ham are finished here, I think. It could be a 2-1 still. I did predict 2-1 Sunderland. They just need points. Goal difference doesn't matter for them. Points matter. It's going to be now with... You had the prediction so far, 2-0 Sunderland. Yeah, you have the prediction so far. CDF. Todibo is going to be now with the ball. Now, passing over to Wan-Bissaka. Who's actually been having a decent game, Wan-Bissaka. He's been performing well. Todibo. Roma has just scored to Neom as well, so it's now 2-1. Did I see 442 Oons? Let's just make sure. Oh, yeah, I've seen these guys, yeah. They do, like, the funny cartoon animations of the football, right? Corner for West Ham. Now, this would be a real challenge for Sunderland, getting a clean sheet here. I mean, it's not going to be the hardest challenge because they're already 2-0 up. But, keeping a clean sheet will be good for them. Getting a third goal as well. Third goal and a clean sheet would really, boost that, start to the season. 3-0 win. A 3-0 win would be very good. Punched away there, nice and easy by Roofs. And long shot by Diouf. It's going to be a corner. He actually gets a deflection there. Absolutely slams that one towards the goal. He's saying there's a deflection. The referee, I think, maybe denied him. Yeah, there is a clear deflection there. And he is giving it. Okay, he is giving it. Here we go. Cross coming in from Diouf. And it's a deep one. And it's going to be headed straight out. It's going to be a goal kick here for Sunderland. And their fans are absolutely stoked to see, their team doing so well in their first Premier League game. Happy times ahead. Happy times ahead, it looks like. Especially if you get a good set of wins early on, right? And then you're versing City, you're versing Liverpool, you're versing those sorts of teams. You need to just accept that you might lose against them. It's most likely you will. That's why you need all the points you can get against the smaller teams, because when you get points against these small teams, right? You like the teams that you're going to most likely win against, West Ham, Burnley, Leeds, those types of teams. It's really a boost for morale because you think, it doesn't matter if we sacrifice a few points now to stay up. Because all we need, really, all Sunderland need is going to be, a 25, 30 points to stay up. I think maybe 30 points would be a safe zone for them. Almost getting a third goal there, by the way. They had to really panic defend there. Kilman and Todibo. And now West Ham on a sort of a mini breakaway here. Wan-Bissaka. You don't need many wins to avoid relegation. Yeah. One person like Sunderland, your class. Okay, they're going to be so happy, Patrick. They're going to be very happy. And yeah, you only need about, I think, 5 wins to avoid relegation. 5, 6 wins. I think. I don't know. Let's have a look at last season's Premier League, right? We'll have a look at Prem last season, and we'll take a look at how many wins it was for Tottenham to stay up. Tottenham, it was 11 wins. You only needed, you only needed basically 7 wins. You needed like 7 wins to stay up there. Leicester had 6 wins, 7 draws, 25 losses, and they got relegated with quite a fair bit under Tottenham. So Tottenham only really needed to have about 8 wins to secure getting into 17th place. So, this is 1 of 8. 1 of 8. Now, we could have a situation here where, the table's really, weirdly balanced, where for some reason, Leeds and they're getting more wins. The top tables are losing a little bit more, the top table teams. So, we could have a very lower point distribution where, the teams at the top have lower points than last season. And that would mean, you need more wins to, get that promotion, fully confirm that you're staying in the Premier League for the next season. So, yeah, I think 8's a safe bet. 9's a safer bet. So it's 1 of 8, 1 of 9. They'll get 1 against Burnley most likely, I think. So that would be 2 of 8 then. And then they need to find 6 somewhere else in this season. Again, West Ham, away could be 1. Burnley away could be another, so that's 4. And then they just have to think maybe Leeds home or Leeds away. So that'll be 5. And then they need 6, 7, 8. So maybe a win against one random team. A win against, maybe Everton. Maybe Brighton if they can, do 1 on Brighton. So that would be, about the 8 wins they need there. And then they need some draws, so they need to play for draws. I think the best amount of draws to get maybe 5. So you'd need 5 draws, you need about 8 wins. 5 and 8. Just under 9 minutes left. Don't think there'll be much added time here. I think there'll be about 1 minute additional. What's been good so far with this game? It's been fast-paced. It's had goals. It's had very good moments. Enjoyed commentating this one as well. Very nice set of players here on the field. No stoppage in play. Referee's been brilliant. And no added time as well. So Irving's going to be coming on here. And it looks like that coming off will be another player for West Ham. I don't know who it is specifically coming off. Maybe, I think that might be Diouf coming off. Have to wait and see till it says it on the substitution board. Of course, Andy Irving is from Scotland. He wears number 39 shirt, 25 years old. Sunderland are 3HD. I mean, yeah, they're using the high definition right now, Patrick. And yeah, Irving came on for Todibo. So it looks like that West Ham's going to be playing defensive here, not to concede again. Don't want that goal difference going down, because sometimes it does come up to goal difference in relegation battles, So, don't want the goal difference to go down too far. Let Sunderland get such a high one. Here's a very open play set here for Sunderland. Just, unfortunately, not enough place from Talby. Oh, he means third. Okay, sorry. I know, I was joking. Just having a joke. Yeah, third. Yeah, third. Sunderland third currently with +2 goal difference. They're actually tied with Liverpool in second, technically. Technically, they're tied. Actually, technically, they should be second, because Liverpool conceded 2. Sunderland's conceded 0. So technically, they should be second here, Sunderland. Not third. But I think FootMob does it on the table based on alphabetical order. So, rather than the goals conceded and stuff. Until next week. Yeah, until next week. I think, next week, I do think they'll win against Burnley, though. So I think they'll maintain their position. I do think so. Till the week after. That will be the case, I think. Who is their fixture after Burnley? That would be Brentford. Yeah, so until Brentford, I think that's going to be when, they might have a first challenge, a draw. So I think by week 3, they might have 7 points if they're lucky against Brentford. Because Brentford did lose Mbeumo, one of their main attacking players to Manchester United. They also lost some other players. They lost their coach, Thomas Frank, to Tottenham. So, we'll have to see how Brentford does play under this new era. They could be very atrocious, for all I know. I haven't watched them play, so, we'll have to wait and see. And Sunderland cleaning up a little bit of a chance for West Ham here late in the game. Nice little catch there by Ruffs. It's going to be now a distribution quick. And it's going to be nice little control there by Wan-Bissaka. He's going to play upfield pretty quickly at Wan-Bissaka. He's just going to cut it across there to Bowen. Bissaka. See what he does. Just going to pass back. Again, no attacking threat from West Ham, really. I did say it. They had more shots, but it's no attack threat. It's just been catching for, catching practice for Ruffs. Hasn't had to bother, really with a big save. Yeah. They're not looking strong. They're not looking very strong at all. It doesn't matter about possession as well because, like, I was thinking, right, say West Ham have here 63% possession, Sunderland 37%. I think Sunderland's attacking style is counter-attack. Both goals are from, one goal's from a counter-attack, one goal is from a corner. So, yeah, definitely, counter-attacking might be their style of play here under, of course, the coach, Regis Lebris. So we're going to have to see how he, develops the team with this counter-attack rather than, possession-based football, especially, Granit Xhaka is on their team. I thought it would be more possession-based, but it doesn't look so. And only 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left of this game. And my football skills next. Like, should I show my football skills next time? Maybe I should record a short of my football skills. I was thinking as well, I was going to do a live stream of streaming until I complete Rainbow Flick Up, like a proper one. Or streaming until I do like a volley or 100 penalties or something. I think that would be cool. So maybe I'll have to try and do one of those. The only problem is, of course, the internet here is so bad. So, I need a lock-in for the internet. Get the internet going good. It's going to be a Gerd. Sending it deep. There's a little... So that's the first save of the game. First actual save of the game there for Ruffs. He tips it over the bar, preventing the goal from going in. That was a brilliant header, I think, by... Who did that? Paqueta, I think? Or Owen? Let's have a look. Who does this header? Yeah, it's actually going to be, I think, number 9 who does that header. Callum Wilson. I think he gets that header on. And deep corner by West Ham. Punched away by Sunderland's goalkeeper, Ruffs. And now Sunderland have a counter-attack here. Possible third goal. This is a very good chance for a third goal. It's a 3v1. Now 3v2. Here we go. Now 3v5. Okay, 4v5. And hi, Fiona Lees. Welcome to the stream. Hope doing good. It's going to be passed all the way back now to the defense. Now it's going to be with Siddiqui. Thank you. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. I'm glad you like them. I'm glad you like them. It's going to be now with Ballard. Now over to Diarra. That's a throw in here for Sunderland. Nice, calm, rest of the possession here. There's no real need to pressure for Sunderland. Only 2 minutes left of gameplay. I think 1 additional minute, probably. So, 3 in total. Goal kick for West Ham. Just play park the bus. I think now is the play. You don't want to lose this 2-goal difference, especially on an opening game. Assert dominance. And thank you. Yes, I'll try and keep them up. Fiona, appreciate that. Appreciate it. It's now going to be with Diouf. Back to Paqueta. Now he's going to pass over to Kilman. And Kilman now over to the right side there where Suchek is. Suchek, Wan-Bissaka, passing into Lucas Paqueta there. I lost his name for a second. And it's now going to be Paqueta. Let's see what he does. Just gives a nice Trivela pass over to Wan-Bissaka. You won with 7 trophies with the Ajax. Well done, Patrick. Well done. That's great work there. 7 trophies with Ajax. That is insane. Absolute footballing, managing god right there. Absolute legend. Pass over to Wan-Bissaka. He's going to give a cross. This could be a final play for West Ham and catch. And that should be game over here. I think Sunderland have got the two goal difference in the bag. And they've got the clean sheet done. Hands down clean sheet. First clean sheet of the Premier League season. Until, of course, Brighton, Fulham finishes and Tottenham, Burnley finishes, because they're all clean sheets too, at least at the moment, for, remaining 10 seconds of each of these matches. But yeah, it looks like clean sheet for Sunderland in your first season. Okay, yeah, you're the best manager of all time. West Ham, now with the ball still for one final push, maybe to get a goal. And Paqueta to Wan-Bissaka gives a deep, deep cross, and that is just going to go straight out here. It's a corner. West Ham corner. Now, it'll be real embarrassing if, West Ham do score, West Ham score from this corner, because the goalkeeper actually made a mistake there. And the ball went straight out, but he kicked it as it was going out, and he airballed the ball with a small touch of his, cleat. He actually saves it there, the goalkeeper, and it's going to be held up by West Ham in the box. They've still got the ball. It's going to be another corner. 7 additional minutes. What the heck? Where did the 7 minutes come from? What? 7 minutes? Okay. Is this referee okay? Where did the extra time need to be from? I guess maybe the injury, but it was super short. 7 additional minutes of gameplay? From where? It should be 2 minutes max. Okay. Referee bet on West Ham this game. Sunderland pushing forward. This actually could be a chance for Sunderland to maybe score here. Oh, this is a very, very good chance for them to score. It's a 3v2. Come on. Let's see if they can get a third goal here. There's a shot, and it's a goal. 3-0. It's over. 3-0. Down in the drain there. And brilliant. That is amazing. Amazing goal as well. Amazing finish. Sunderland are in the Prem, and they're here to stay. A brilliant finish there by, who is that gets the finish? I think that is going to be Isidore, who just came on before at the 76th minute. Your prediction died, CDF? Yeah, 2-0, now 3-0. How? Because Sunderland are a better team than West Ham this season, unfortunately, because West Ham have not been upgrading their squad much. And Sunderland are on a mission to stay in the Prem. What a game, indeed. Yeah, this game is insane. The goals are crazy. And Sunderland are now suddenly first on the table. They're first. Sunderland are first. Above Tottenham. And they'll stay first because their next game's Burnley. And Tottenham's next game's Man City. And I don't think Tottenham are going to beat Man City. They could, but I don't think so. I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe Pep's going to have a temper tantrum when he loses that game. I don't know. West Ham are getting relegated if they play like this. Yeah, my prediction was West Ham would finish third last, so relegated. But I think 100% it's going to be relegation will be Burnley, Leeds, West Ham, Sunderland in that fourth last spot, so they stay surviving, and then maybe Everton there. You can expect as well, if we take a look at the table quickly, you can expect maybe someone like, I don't know if Fulham's going to have a good season, to be honest. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe Fulham there, Wolves in that, 15th slot. You got as well, Crystal Palace up there. I think Crystal Palace is actually going to finish in a European spot. Their team's really strong. And for the rest of the season, definitely if they play like this for the rest of the season, they're getting relegated. But I do think that they will. I do think so. Man U bottom 6 or 7. I think Man U's squad's kind of strong now under Ruben Amorim. I like Amorim over Ten Hag. That guy's an absolute fraud. Amorim did a good job on, getting rid of all of the junk out of the squad. I think it's going to be a big, he has to push hard. I think maybe he'll finish 8th. You think Sunderland be 15th? Yeah, I think they're going to be either 17th, 16th, 15th. I think so. I don't see Forest finishing low this season again. I think they will finish high like last season, not like the season prior. I think Forest's squad is good. They've signed a lot of players as well. They signed Igor Jesus, of course, from, Botafogo, I think, if I can remember correctly. Yep. And you're a United fan. Hopefully you win tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully United win. I've faith that maybe they will win. Actually, they're versing Arsenal. Okay. I'm watching the game live, so, we'll see. We'll see. They're versus Arsenal. That's going to be a hard first game. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, Arsenal, Gyökeres, United, Sesko. You want Arsenal to win, and Fiona wants United to win. I'll be watching the game live anyway, neutrally, so we'll just enjoy it. Like this game. Nice 3-0. All I know is that Amarim will do a good job this season. I think he will. And hopefully Arteta leaves next season for Arsenal because that guy is, pretty unbearable. And I think, going for Xavi as a maybe coach for Arsenal, I think Xavi will be a good coach. I think he will actually help them out a lot more, some fresh face. I think he'll do well with Zubamendi. He'll do well with Mikel Moreno. Gyökeres, I think he'll do good as well. Yes, I'll be live tomorrow doing the Arsenal versus United game. I will be live for that one because I was going to watch it anyway. Watch it live. West Ham free kick. There's only about 1 minute left of gameplay. And you're a Liverpool fan. Yes, W's, Patrick. And Liverpool, of course, versus Newcastle. That will be on, if we take a look at that, it will be 10 p.m. August 25th, 10 p.m. GMT +3. So that's in like a week's time. That's in 2 weeks' time. Okay. That's going to be a toxic game. I can already feel that's a toxic game. Especially with that Isak situation. West Ham chance to shoot on the volley. Defended nicely by Sunderland. They want to keep a clean sheet here, right? There's like a minute left. Keep the clean sheet, guys. You did all the hard work. Caught by the goalkeeper. Just take your time. About 1 minute left. Take it. Just drop the ball. Don't concede a corner here from the 8-second rule, which is now in play. And you never walk alone. Number 20, yeah. Rest in peace, Jota and Andre Silva. And there's going to be a throw in here for West Ham. About 20 seconds left, 30 seconds left. Fulham just scored last minute. Okay, well, that just makes, every other team in the table situation much better. That's a 1-1. So, yeah, O'Reilly scored in the 55th minute, a pen. And now Fulham scores in the 90+5th to equalise. And it's going to be, who was that scoring? I'll tell you who just scored then. It's going to be Rodrigo Muniz. Rodrigo Muniz. I swear I've seen, yeah. Okay, no, he's been playing for Fulham. I swear I saw him in another club, in a Brazilian club before. So maybe I was thinking of when he was in Flamengo. Patrick is number one. W's, Patrick. Well done. You're number one. And full time should be called in about 5 seconds. The referee's still playing this game for some weird reason because he's obsessed with, continuing the game. And the Sunderland fans are saying, why the heck is the whistle not blown? It's 97 plus 17, 90 plus 7 with 25 seconds through, sorry. Can I speak? And there we go, full time. Thank you, referee, for actually calling a full time here because, you already added 7 minutes on for absolutely no reason. There we go. So, GG's. Brilliant game. I really enjoyed commentating this one. I really had fun doing it. In terms of stats in the end for this, we'll just quickly have a look at them here when I get the game back open. So, Sunderland, 37% possession. West Ham, 63%. It's more of a, a counter-attacking game. And then 10 total shots from Sunderland, 12 from West Ham. 5 total shots on target from Sunderland, 4 from West Ham. 1 big chance from Sunderland, 0 from West Ham. 246 accurate passes, Sunderland, 78% accuracy. 467 West Ham, 85% accuracy. 8 fouls for Sunderland, 10 for Arsenal, 10 for West Ham, 5 corners for Sunderland, 7 for West Ham. Who do I think will win tomorrow? Man United versus Arsenal. I'm not too sure. To be honest, I'm actually calling a draw. I'm calling a draw. Not because I don't want to upset either side of fans. I am calling a draw because I actually think that both teams will play so defensively that they're not going to let their strikers get the ball and score. I think it will be a 1-1. I think Sesko will score in his debut, his debut game, like his proper Premier League debut. And I think Gyökeres will score on his. You think 2-2? Okay, yeah. I mean, hopefully both strikers score at least. I want to see, both strikers isn't, watching it neutrally. It'll be fun to see those two. Because I feel like those two are the best upcoming strikers, Gyökeres is already pretty old, like in terms of being called an upcoming striker, but Sesko is for sure. And yeah, who was my man of the match for this game? Man of the match, Ballard. Ballard, 100% man of the match. He scored a goal. He scored the second goal, and he was brilliantly defensively sound. And Arsenal will win, Patrick. You think you don't like Man U? Well, we'll have to wait and see. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Really appreciated all of your support today. Make sure you like and sub up if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I've got to go to football training now. See you guys later. Thank you so much, guys, and goodbye. And W commentation. I love this game, by the way. Actually surprised how good this game was.